Product placement. Well, Miles, I lived up to your challenge. Currently at a mall right now. It's really hard for you guys to tell because I have to keep the camera pointed up at me, so you're seeing the ceiling there, but take my word for it. I'm at a mall. I had the pleasure of watching one of the best movies ever the other day. It was a film adaptation of an H.P. Lovecraft story called Beyond the Wall of Sleep, which is the name of the movie as well. But the people who made this movie knew what they were doing. They really made Lovecraft accessible, which is to say they added gore and sex. And so this got me thinking. A lot of people say that classic literature isn't accessible to the everyday reader, so we just need to update them. First off, Lord of the Flies. It's pretty good right now, but what we need to do is age the characters so that they're in their teens and add one female student, and then we can use her to create a love triangle that causes all the conflict. Also, add bazookas because the island could use some explosions. Sorry for the quick scene change, my computer died and I had to charge it and I went somewhere a little closer to home. A playground near my house. Another book that I think could use an update, Romeo and Juliet. Shakespeare is great, but he could stand to be a little more modern. Baz Luhrmann did a lot for this when he made the Romeo plus Juliet movie, but he could have done more. For instance, he could have made them vampires. Those are really popular right now. And just think, instead of them both dying, they both pretend to die, turn into vampires, and live happily ever after. Besides, happy endings are much more popular these days. Paradise Lost has the makings of a great action story, if only it weren't bogged down in all that religious symbolism. You make Lucifer a sympathetic Colombian drug lord, God a grizzled ex-con fighting to save his children who were kidnapped, who are played by Adam and Eve, and you add a massive gunfight on top of the Empire State Building. Awesome! Moby Dick. You cut it to about a quarter of the length and only keep the important scenes, aka the ones where Captain Ahab is shooting rockets at the giant whale, who's now a giant dinosaur that's going to devour everyone and already ate Captain Ahab's children. Also, keep the line, "Call me Ishmael," but have Captain Ahab say it, click a button, turn around, and walk away from an explosion. That might take a little rewriting to make it make sense and be witty that Captain Ahab says, "Call me Ishmael," but I think it can be done. Finally, the Bible. This is actually pretty easy. You just find and replace the words love and obey with the words destroy and explosion. Also, and I think this goes without saying, add more boobs. Trust me, I think that'll get across to people these days. So yeah, those are some of my suggestions to make classic literature more kick-ass. Basically, every book should be rewritten by Michael Bay, and then it will be great. And Miles, I said I'd have a challenge for you, but I wasn't really able to think of anything, so I need you, the viewer, to help me think. Just post down here anything that you want Miles to do. Make sure it's evil and crazy. So, page count? And with that, I'll see you later.